Hey, my name's Caleb. I am a boudoir photographer based in Bend, Oregon. Do you remember at the beginning of the pandemic there was a meme that went around that was like, now that I've lived through a plague, I understand why so many Renaissance paintings are of ladies laying around without a bra. So a few months ago I had an idea, oh, this would be a fun style shoot. So I put it out there on TikTok. Okay, I want to show you my favorite pandemic meme. It's this. Now that I've lived during a plague, I understand why most Renaissance paintings are of chubby women laying around without a bra. Which I think has potential to be one of the most amazing style shoots ever. So like we take some inspiration from some of these paintings, like this, or this, or this, or this, or this. Basically just really lean into that kind of Renaissance vibe. Don't you think that would be fun? I want to find like some local flower vendors and like find somebody to provide like really cool lace outfits and stuff like that and get this really styled up. I think it would be such a blast. So if you want to help me like put this together, go check out my Patreon in my bio, or, you know, just like share this around. And if you want to be involved in it, let me know. And got a really good response for it. People thought it was a really fun idea, and so I put it together. So I recruited a whole bunch of ladies to be involved in this shoot, and I even had somebody fly in from North Carolina to be a part of this shoot, and we did this shoot the end of July at White Aspen Creative, which is this amazing studio here in Bend, Oregon, and it's the one that I shoot at most often. So if you're booking a shoot with me and it's going to be indoors, odds are we're going to shoot there. So the whole concept of this and the whole conceit and everything was to work within the realm of that meme and within like kind of Renaissance aesthetic, while also like acknowledging the realities of how many of us spent our time during the pandemic, during lockdown. So I had everybody bring like a set of headphones and their laptop and like a web camera if they did any sort of streaming. Basically we just kind of played with that aesthetic and with that look and with that feel. Yeah, it was just so much fun, and I'm really happy with all the shots that we got. Here is our setup for our first look. We've got some candles, a little cool plate thing I found at Goodwill, and a laundry hamper, some curtainy things in front of the nice green wall. And the nice folks over at Raya were nice enough to send me this to review and let them know what I think. This is the Raya R9 by LED, and it seems to be working pretty great, putting out similar amounts of light to that light just from this little guy.
I'm Carson Crawford. You can find me on Instagram as craw.carson2 or on Twitter as craw_Carson.
I'm Natasha. You can find me on Instagram as King Mamas or on Snapchat as Pop Bicycle.
Hi, I'm Amanda, and you can find me on Instagram for now as Charmanda0.
My name is Julia Rose. You can find me on Instagram. Julia Rose makes art with underscores between each word.
I am Syndra, and you can find me on Instagram as Syndra Kaylene _between the two, SYNDRA KAELENE.
Here's some behind the scenes footage. Thanks, Tasha, for walking around with the camera and getting as much as you did.
DoorDash is on the way. Oh my gosh. I got some rice chicken. Girl! I also got some broccoli and some white rice and fried. This is fantastic.
Oh my god. Okay, kind of look up over this way, up to the chandelier. And as far as wardrobe, as you can see, I had everybody just kind of bring a kind of Victorian looking dressing gown and then, you know, kind of use that in various states of undress, and I thought that was a really cool look. That's so good, I love it. So as you can see, we're just kind of, you know, having fun experimenting, seeing what worked, what looked good, kind of changing things up as we went, and I really think that we really captured something here, you know? Let's do it.
This is a lonely one.
Okay, and now for the part you've all been waiting for. It's some of the results of the shoot. Let's go ahead and look through some of those pictures. Okay, so for this first shot, we're kind of going with like, oh no, the Wi-Fi's out again kind of feel. That was pretty common thing that everybody was dealing with, the poor internet infrastructure that we have in this country. So it was just kind of a fun, like, whimsical, woeful look. And this second one is of Carson, and it was kind of like a, oh, why didn't they message back? But you know, a lot of people are getting on dating apps, and they're not having a lot of luck, or people are being flaky, or people are being people. So this was kind of like oh, why haven't they texted me back? I guess this wine will keep me company kind of a vibe. And then this one I lovingly call the Noob Master 9000. So Amanda is like a gamer, and so this whole kind of vibe was like she's, you know, refueling with the Doritos, and she's just kicking some butt on video games. This one I like a lot. So this is with Syndra, and so it was basically like she was getting some candy and just watching some Netflix on her laptop, because that's a pretty ubiquitous experience throughout the whole pandemic, right? It's safe to say that a lot of people's selfie game went through the roof during the time when everybody was just stuck at home, so we were all just wanted to give people essentially a proof of life, but make it spicy. And so this one's with Tasha, and she's kind of leaning into that selfie vibe. So this one I'm like kind of calling What Hath DoorDash Wrought. We've got Carson in the middle, who is, you know, eating her noodle dish that's delivered to her from her DoorDashers, and then we've got Julia pouring her more wine, Syndra holding her meal, and then poor Amanda over there on the left. She's just finally out of wine. That's a tragedy. And then Tasha on the ground there just enjoying her Doritos. Okay, and then this one is one of my favorites. So Amanda is being fed her orange chicken. And so we're just kind of leaning into that, and that kind of feeling of like pampering that happened, you know, hopefully for you during lockdown. So that's kind of a quick overview of a lot of the shots that we did. If you wanted to see more, be sure to check out my Instagram and my Patreon. And be sure to like, subscribe, and ring that bell. I'm going to start trying to do maybe weekly or bi-weekly videos with kind of some behind the scenes or just some conceptual stuff, gear reviews, the ideas of what boudoir is, what my photography is. So if you're interested in that, feel free to subscribe, and we'll see you next time.